I have to say my name? No, right? I don't have to say I'm Kyle Mylan. I'm Kyle Mylan, and you need to watch my LinkedIn Lives because you're going to learn some shit, and sometimes I'm funny. Bam! Don't do what I say, just watch what I do and duplicate it. I haven't spent 22 years in manufacturing to not know what I'm talking about. You need to watch my content.
Kristen, Kyle, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us. Come on.
Just wrapping up our trip, 3 days. And the big takeaway here is I never travel any place just to see one person. So when you sales guys are out there traveling, you need to then try and find 1 or 2 or 3 other people to see.
The commodity manager of Electrolux wanted me to text her. That was her preferred method of contact. She was getting 200 emails a day. She said, just text me. This was 5 years ago. I'm like, okay. Literally could get her every time.
What's up, guys? Kyle Mylan here with Manufacturing Tribe TV. Today we're at MD&M Minneapolis show.
You're always going to remember that person that was different than everybody else. So it's taught standing out and being unique.
We're back with another episode. We've increased some of our production value, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Brett's got a question. How segmented do you make the emails every 2 to 4 weeks? Are you sending to the broad group of contacts or do you customize? I think that you could do it both ways, but I think in general, everybody needs to see your content. Everybody needs to see something that you're creating and something that you can provide value to.
You can tell a story a whole lot faster in a 3-minute video than you can in a 14-page article or 10 2-page articles.
Everything's about brand awareness and content right now, and it will continue to be that. So focus on producing some sort of content, and if you're selling B2B, which I'm assuming most people here are, focus on LinkedIn.
Number one, we do not charge for this stuff. I put all of my content out there for free. Send it to somebody that you feel may get some value out of it, and also engage. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. We'll get to all of the comments after the break. Those comments mean the world to us because it shows that you guys care. So don't just sit there and watch, but please engage and hit those thumbs on LinkedIn.
What is up, guys? I'm Kyle Mylan. It is Monday, and we're here for a little bit of Q&A. For those of you that are new to this content, new to the show, we go live twice a week, but starting now, this is going to be our last live for the month of July based on vacations, travel, work stuff. We're going to be taking a break, but you need to stay in tune with our content. We're going to be changing it up, a drastic change to the type of content that we make to where we are going to be doing some more run and gun type of live stuff. We're in my office, live on sales calls, live meetings with the team. There's going to be an insane amount of content. So you need to go to the YouTube channel. All this stuff will be posted on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. We have over 250 videos there, and we're going to be uploading all of our shorts, all of our 60-second clips into that as well. So subscribe and turn on notifications. If you guys are on TikTok, find me on TikTok. I've got videos there as well, and we're going to be doing some exclusive content on the TikTok side as well as Instagram. So go and find me on Instagram at Kyle J. Mylan. TikTok, I think it's the same. If it's not, it's just at Kyle Mylan. If not, add a J in there for my middle initial. And subscribe. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. There's going to be a different vibe coming for the rest of July, and we may continue that forward. We'll be back with live shows in August, but we're trying to change it up and give you guys some stuff that you have requested, which is a little bit of the behind the scenes, a little bit change up of conversations and things like that. So are we good now, Lara? Lara says we're good with the intro. So today's show, Monday, it's all about Q&A. So we take questions that are either sent to askkyle@mfgtribe.com or comments on YouTube videos, comments on LinkedIn posts, or things we didn't get to from the last live we did last Wednesday. So without further ado, Laura's going to jump in and ask the first question.
All right. The first question, what industries do you think should be posting their products on Instagram and why?
Okay, what industry should post their stuff on Instagram? I feel like in theory, if you can take some cool pictures, or if you're shooting videos, or if you have videos, anybody can go to Instagram, upload videos to the reels, upload images as a post. But it comes down to, do you have something that's cool, right? Like, so machine shops definitely can get more traction on Instagram than somebody else. But if you can take a picture of what you're making or do a video of your process, definitely that should go on Instagram. I feel like in general, Instagram's evolving with their fighting over users from TikTok to Instagram. Like, if you're in the Instagram game as a personal person, so as a consumer, you'll see that once TikTok came along and started getting famous over the last couple of years, a lot of what you see on Instagram is just people reposting their TikToks. And so then Instagram came out with Reels, which is now where they want you to post their content onto the Reel side, if it's video content. So I feel like if you can show something that is cool looking or somewhat educational, I feel like anybody can go on Instagram nowadays. Whereas traditionally it's only been people that can show cool pictures, machine shops, cool parts they're making, fabrication type things. I felt like that is what it used to be, but these days I feel like honestly just try it out and see what happens and see if you can get any sort of traction. Don't go into it thinking like I'm going to blow up on Instagram for my manufacturing company. Like, it's going to be a slow and steady race, but keep in mind, like, most people have Instagram and most people are on there. It's just getting their attention. So I feel like my advice would be try it. You got to show something cool. It can't just be always the same thing over and over again. Hopefully that answers that question.
Okay, I have the second question for you is, I'm new to the manufacturing industry. How should I go about cold calling?
That is a good question. Cold calling sucks. Nobody likes it. If you like it, you are a unicorn. But the way to go about cold calling is you have to understand the people that you're calling, they don't have time. They don't have patience. You need to get direct to the point. So to go about cold calling, pick up the phone, call the people. Now, if you're calling the main number, ask for who's in charge of this decision, who is part of this decision, whatever it is. But just pick up the phone and call. Try and get the name and extension of that person. Talk to that person and understand they're short on time. You don't have to waste time with like, hey, this is, I work for this company and we're a leader and blah, 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 blah. And you go through your initial scripting pitch. You need to get direct to the point because they don't have time. So you just say, my name's Kyle and I work for this company. I wanted to ask you a question. Do you have any issues with this? Do you have any problems with that? What's the top two things that are holding you back from achieving your efficiency optimization or something like that? Just go direct to the point and don't waste any time, because long scripts and thought out scripts where you're going into your value proposition first, they're sitting there listening for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That is not the way to do it. Go right into it. You know it's a cold call. They know it's a cold call. If you can make a joke about it and be like, look, this is a cold call. I'm Kyle with this company. I just wanted to see, are you the right person to talk to about this? And see what happens. The other thing you need to understand is that 70-80% of the time, nobody's going to pick up the phone. You have to be ready to leave a voicemail. If you have their email address, you need to send them an email immediately following up after you leave the voicemail. And you just keep on going. Do not take no answers or people hanging up on you or people as telling you no as like nobody wants to buy from me. You have to take that rejection on the chin and move on and keep making those phone calls till you figure out how many times you have to make how many calls do you have to make before you get through and talk to somebody. We're going to be doing something fun with that at MFG Tribe, so stay tuned for the video to come out where I'm just going to call 100 people and see how many it takes to get through to actually have a conversation with somebody. That was such a good answer. Laura's like, that was such a good answer, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm speechless.
Yeah, she's speechless.
All right, and then the last pre-screened question that I have for you today. Someone asked, my blog posts are currently not ranking. Should I be worried?
If your blog posts or articles are not ranking, should you be worried? It depends on the amount of time that it's been. If you post something and it hasn't been ranking for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 40 days, not a huge deal. There's a couple things that you need to look at though. Is your title optimized for SEO search? Do you have the on-page SEO optimization done for that article? Is there an H1 tag, an H2 tag, an H3 tag? Do you have the keyword density of the phrase that you're trying to go after? Is it in the 1, 2, 3% density of the entire article? So that means that take 3% of the total amount of words. If your words are 1,500, multiply it by 0.03. That gives you how many times, that's what 3% is. That gives you how many times you need to say that phrase to be higher up on the Google search results. So I think it depends on time. If you haven't waited a long time, then don't worry about it. But if it's been 2-3 months and you're getting no traction, no rankings, then yes, I would definitely say that you either need to re-index it through Google search, or you need to change something on the article to make sure it's search friendly. One good way to just kind of kick it in the butt and boost it is that if you write an article, you know it's on-page optimization for SEO is done, you know you're good to go, send it out in emails, post it on social, send it out anywhere you can to get eyes on it so that way Google sees that people are actually clicking it, they're sticking to the article, they're reading through the article, they're spending 30 seconds, 2 minutes on your site, because then Google will say, this is a good URL, let's re-index it, let's boost it up in the rankings, and then track it from there and see how it goes. All right, so that's it for the 3 questions for today. We're going to take a short break and come back with any live questions if we have any. If not, I'm going to jump out of here and move on to the rest of my list for the day. So we'll be right back.
How would you deal with quarter 1 to 3 having a commission cap?
The question I would ask is why? I would assume that the reason why they're doing that is because they don't know how the year is going to play out possibly, and they don't want to be paying out commission before the year is over when they realize maybe net over the year they're not as profitable as they thought.
How often do you find companies that don't have salespeople?
It depends the speed you want to move, right? If you want to move quickly, you need to have marketing and sales together, pushing as hard as possible at the same time. Marketing's there to support sales, bring in opportunities. Or if you're not looking to grow and looking to make exponential changes to your company from a revenue standpoint, then it could be okay to not have salespeople.
Someone asked what you think about sales playbooks for sales staff.
I think playbooks can be good. They can also be very expensive to create. I think if the content is good, allowing your sales engineers and your business development managers to be able to be in the field, traveling, and be able to have everything at their fingertips on an iPad to be able to flip through stuff. Now, it depends on the content. And we have a question. Laura, hit me with it. Hit me with the comment first that you got.
Nathan says, I love cold calling.
Nathan, you are a unicorn, and we love you for loving cold calling.
He also says, how frequently should an industrial company post on social media? For some industries, it's every day, but what about industrial?
So I think industrial companies should post every single day. And it just goes down to the basic principle of that you don't know when people are going to be online. So by posting every day, you're staying relevant, and hopefully you're getting some engagement even from employees, and hopefully those employees are connected with people to where they can see that content. If you post today, let's say, what's today, Monday? You post Monday, but the person you're trying to get in touch with or the group, they don't log in until Wednesday, but you haven't posted anything since Monday, then that content is going to be buried within the lower part of their feed. So by you posting every single day, it could be they log in, they're checking their LinkedIn, you just posted 56 minutes ago, you got 2 people that liked it, and it shows up first on their feed. So it's kind of playing with the algorithm, right? It all comes down to the algorithm is going to show, number 1, content that has likes, shares, and comments. Number 2, it's going to be stuff that's relevant and recently posted, as long as it has some form of engagement. So as they log in, if you're trying to get in front of them, you need to post every day to stay relevant and to be able to compete with all of the rest of the noise on social media. All right, guys. So that is all for the questions. Nathan, if you have a follow-up question, you got 30 seconds while I fill this time because of the delay. So as always, go to YouTube, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe and turn on notifications where we have over 250 videos. Also, if you guys like listening to podcasts, go under your favorite podcast platform, type in technical sales and marketing with me. You can listen to this stuff while you're cutting the grass, driving in your car, or whatever. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn. Unless you're here to sell me some shit I don't want to buy, I will reject it. If you want to sell me some stuff, then just follow me instead. We good? And we got another question. Nathan came through clutch. That's why I do the 30 seconds filler talk.
Nathan also would like to know, is it okay to recycle content if I don't have enough to justify a daily post?
Yeah. So great question, Nathan. It is okay to recycle content if you don't have enough to post daily. Just don't recycle it like Monday's post on Wednesday. Try and maybe build out like 2 weeks worth of content and then just recycle that. Maybe throwing in some fresh stuff every couple of weeks. But once you build up like 10 posts, 15 posts, then you can recycle through that. You just have to track it and make sure that what you're posting today is not something that you posted like last week. And Laura, on your camera, we now have Nancy in the office, which you guys will meet her soon, our marketing manager. Everybody can see you. Everybody can see you on her camera. Everybody can see you on that camera. So more to come from Nancy, our marketing manager, who has over 20 years in industrial, right? Over 20 years in industrial, in marketing and sales. She will be in this hot seat answering questions soon enough. But like I said, this is the last live for the month of July. If you have questions, comments, things like that, send them to me on LinkedIn. Send questions to askkyle@mfgtribe.com. We'll answer them still, even though we're not doing the lives. We'll still try and get back to you guys. But stay tuned for behind the scenes footage in my office, footage in the rest of the office, conversations that Nancy and I have with strategy, conversations I have with the video team, going over strategy and stuff like that. It's going to be super dope content, so you better stay tuned on LinkedIn and all of the social channels. So with that being said, guys, that's going to end it for today's show. Be sure to subscribe to me wherever you want to consume the content, and we will see you on the next